Marami na galit.
Parang safe house.
So where are we now? Diba? Umikot na tayo. Yun yung last time pumupu with you guys, yun yung pinag-uusapan natin. Andun pa rin ba tayo or are we marked safe?
Pagkasama mo to, ano mo ibig
Sabi nga ni
sabihin?
Juan, sabi nga ni Marcoleta, safe ka na. Oh.
Kay Jinggoy.
Ay, Jinggoy.
Diba? Safe ka na. Ngayon, the crisis remains. Baka nga mag-accelerate pa.
Oh, ba't may ganun?
Dahil nag-aaway na si Aimee at saka si Juan eh.
Okay.
Si First Lady
PBBM,
again, di ba?
Oo.
Si Aimee at yung kanyang pamangkin, di ba? Nag-aaway
Oo.
na. At medyo may pahiwatig na ng mga padapli si Bersamin sa ginawa sa kanya. So, I'm sure lalala pa yan. Pero, ang tawag dyan, the subjective actors, the subjective forces, parang nagbago na. Yung Iglesia ay parang humiwalay na sa mga Duterte. Tinaboy nga eh.
You're talking about, para lang malinaw, hindi natuloy yung naunsyaming day 3, right after Aimee's speech, parang kinall off nila yung day 3.
Actually, immaterial na yung day 3 eh. From the very start naman, nung first day pa lang, nagbago na yung tono. We are against a junta, we are against RevGov, we are against PBBM resign, we are for legal, constitutional, peaceful change.
What changed their mind?
Et cetera.
Alam mo,
Pag hindi ka nga
change their mind?
nanonood, akala mo kan eh.
What changed your mind?
Ang panghini.
Very fundamental yun.
Siyempre, ayaw na ng mga tao na, ano ba to?
Kaya ba yan? Ganyan ang analysis.
May sense naman.
Very primal. Diba? Very primal eh.
And everyone gets it.
Ito kasi
siyempre.
mga...
Naghahanap
Gets
ka kasi
agad
ng
eh.
mga ano eh. ng mga,
Euphemisms,
Oo,
gano'n.
wala yun.
multi-syllabic na ano.
yung mga...
Highfalutin words.
Yun talaga yun.
Yung mga Heydaryan, ika-couch pa yan sa kwan eh. No? Mga dialectics, no? Tools of analysis. Kimog, simple lang eh. Mapanghina.
Mapanghina.
Practicality.
Mapanghina. Atras ka eh, di ba? Magre-recoil. Hindi, so, what made it so? I mean, ang daming... What didn't make it?
Usually, pag may mga ganyan, may negosasyon na yan eh. Anong gusto mo? Halimbawa, Catholic Church, advocacies nila, anti-dynasty, transparency, no? Etc. Yung Iglesia, baka may ganun din.
Okay, hindi. Pero,
silang ninegotiate. Actually, before pa lang nangyari yung rally, mukhang may negosasyon na. At nung nangyari yung
Ayos
rally...
before the rally, di ba, I remember you were saying na, naku, baka mag one day na lang, tingnan natin kung abot ng 2 days, and then biglang nagpasabog si Saldi ko. Sinabay niya doon sa Friday na Blue Ribbon Committee hearing. So that changed parang the color of what would happen on Sunday.
Actually, it did change the objective condition. The testimony ni Bernardo. Ang dami niyang dinagdag eh, dinawit, including Bersamin and Pangandaman, di ba? Doon pa lang. Tapos, yung in the same hearing, nagsalita si Saldico. It has less to do with his testimony. It has more to do with his persona. Saldico eh. Di ba? Saldico. Parang nasa gitna siya ng lahat ng ito from the very start, from the GAA controversy hanggang sa kasalukuyan. No? Tapos, nangyari yung rally. Di ba? Laki. 700,000? No? Ganyan. Tapos, may humabol pa. Si Aimee. No? Pero yung sinabi naman ni Aimee, dati nang sinasabi ni Digong. Huwag mong kalimutan, as early as 2023, sinasabi na ni Digong, mag-withdraw of support ang military dahil yung boss nyo, addict, no? Bangag. Di ba ganun sinasabi niya before eh?
Yung term na bangag, di ba?
So hindi bago yung sinasabi ni Aimee. Ay lang, kaibahan, kapatid. At idinawit yung buong pamilya.
Santo, tsaka misis.
Tapos nangyari, hindi pa natapos, hinabol pa yung kay Bersamin, tsaka kay Pangandaman. Imagine mo yun nangyari in less than 5 days. Lahat yan, diba nangyari? Ito yung ka-5th day eh. No? Pero, merong significant din na nangyari to mitigate the crisis. Nagbago ng posisyon ng Iglesia. No? Nag-soften sila. At tinapos nila na maaga yung kanilang rally.
Which brings the question, anong nakuha nila?
Ayun. Pero bago pa yan, nagsalita ang armed forces, yung chain of command. Sinabi nila,
Wala
loyal
kayong
kami.
maasahan.
Kanya, itong mga destabilizers, wala kayong maasahan sa amin. etc.
So brings the question, ano nakuha nila?
Oo. Parang si Manny Mugato yung nagsasalita. Parang nakikita ko si
Uy,
Manny
may alam yata
Mugato
si
sa
Sir
likod ni Browner eh, no? Parang nandun si Mogso sa likod ni Browner,
Sir Manny,
bulong-bulong.
may alam ka ba?
May nakuha naman yung iglesia.
Oo.
Marami na balik eh. Marami na balik na tinanggal na opisyal.
Okay.
May mga si BIR,
Lumagi?
among others, are these part of the cards on the table that
Sila ba yung negotiation?
Sang kuweba ka ba nang galing?
So yes.
yun ang sagot. So yun ang trade-off of sorts.
Actually, tinatanong mo, alam mo yung sagot.
Kaya nga, kasi dito na from you eh.
And more. And more.
Ano more?
Ay, hindi natin alam.
But also, if we look at the rallies, the one in QC, yung UPI rally, now we have Rear Admiral Roy Vincent Trindad saying it could be China-funded, masyadong engrande daw yung catering. I mean, always a good warning, di ba? To be aware of propaganda. Pero, what's that about?
Mga pogo ata nag-pan dun eh.
Erase mo yung kwan.
Parang yun yung implication.
Erase mo yung mascot, di ba? Erase mo, no? Kaya, pero hindi naman totally mali yun. Dahil even before, long before, no? More than a week earlier, alam mo na money is flowing. Sabi nung iba, galing kay Chavit. Sabi nung iba, galing sa Pogo. Sabi nung iba, galing sa mga Taipan na hindi makatanggi. Bawa, ikaw Taipan ka. Na,
Sige, let's pretend.
Yung apelido mo naman pang Taipan eh.
Sige,
No?
sige.
Tapos,
Let's pretend. I like this
Tapos
game.
lumapit ako, no, na, uy, may malaki kami rally, 1 milyon. Pwede ka bang tumulong? Tatanggi ka ba?
Mahirap tumangging.
Di ba? Lapit ako sa susunod ng Taipan. Pwede ba kayong tumulong? Ang laki ng rally namin eh. No? Gusto namin pabagsakin ng gobyerno.
Pero linawin natin, iba yung Taipan sa Pogo, ha?
Hindi, iba nga. Kaya sabi ko, iba-ibang sources. Iba-ibang sources yung pwede. Kaya, ang alam ko, a week earlier, ang daming pera. Mag-organize ka 3-day rally, tapos 1 milyon na tao. Siyempre, hindi naman libre yun.
Pero-
no? May pagkain, may transportation, may sombrero, may payong, may jacket. No? May mga banig pang andali.
Pero may
business.
foreign funding ba?
Inimbestigahan pa daw.
Indication of foreign funding? Or is that
Sir Mox?
is that a leap of ano naman? Is that a leap?
Meron talagang foreign funding. Oo.
Ayun ba
Parang-
yung bali-balita?
Parang
Oo.
decentralized ang sagot. Hindi yung lahat na lang sa akin. Diba?
Oo.
Ako yung
Pero-
papatayin eh.
Ito na nga,
Pero
pinapasok.
si Manong Chavit,
Ah.
bele ko yun eh.
Ha?
Bele ko yun.
Anong belekoy?
Hindi mo lalabas ang pera.
Kuripot. Not this time. Not this time.
Well, he did deny it. And di ba, you were with us the big story.
Yeah, but you also have to take
Oo, but he denied it categorically on air. I don't know if it's true.
Not this time. Sabi ka nga sa akin ni Manong Chavit dati, 10 years ago, sabi niya, alam mo, Secretary, sabi niya, ang perang hindi mo ginagastos, hindi pera.
Hindi pera.
Papel lang yan. At kung ikaw ay mid-80s na, galit ka sa gobyerno, no? Gusto mong pabagsakin yung gobyerno, tapos ang dami mong surplus ng pondo, yung mga anak mo naman,
Okay
may yaman
sila.
na on their own, anong gagastusin mo?
That's very Buddhist in philosophy on how to view money. No, it really is very Buddhist. My lola's Buddhist monk was the one who would always say that money is not yours unless you spend it.
Yes.
But anong nalalaman mo, Sir Moggs? Di ko pa nakakalimutan.
Wala. Si Ronald.
Hindi, parang kasi before the rallies then, parang there were supposedly may mga loyalty checks na naganap. So, was there legitimate fear? Tsaka hanggang ngayon, di pa rin kasi tinatanggal yung mga harang sa Mendiola.
Meron pa
Leading
nga
to
tangke.
May nilagyan pa ng tangke. So is that still...
Hindi, ano lang yun. Panigurado lang. Baka sakaling may ano eh.
Lagi naman may tangke sa Malacanang.
Hindi, pero
May
ngayon
mga
nasa labas
javelin pa nga ron eh. Nung panahon
Nasa
namin, may
labas.
mga javelin, surface to air missiles.
So is that posturing or...
Wala, ano lang yan. Para sinasabi, ready kami ha. Okay yung mag-a-attempt.
Ikambyo ko, meron pa bang kumukulo sa Aguinaldo?
Wala sa Aguinaldo. Sa labas.
Sa labas?
Saysay, anong sabihin sa labas?
Ano ba yung labas?
Sa mga retired?
Saan ba yung labas? Di ba
Sa labas
Marines
ng-
yun? Oh.
labas ng-
Saan ba yung Scout Rangers? Di ba sa labas yun?
Okay,
Oh.
sige. Let's revise.
Saan ba ang swag?
Mga
Let's-
reports sa'yo.
Sige, rephrase.
Let's rephrase. Kumukulo pa ba, may kumukulo pa ba sa militar?
Wala. Wala kasi nakausap ko yung mga kakilala ko, sabi, ayaw na namin ng gulo.
Paano yung sinulat mo nung September
Oo.
24?
Hindi kasi yun, sila nalapitan. Oo. Pero sila, ayaw nila.
Pero hindi sila lumapit.
Oo, hindi. Kasi ano raw ayaw nilang sila magbarilan.
Pero kung yun ang premise mo, kung yun ang premise sa ano na magbarilan, kaya nga ang idea ng iba is mag-withdraw kayo ng support, huwag kayo magbarilan.
Wala kasi yung leadership, ayaw
Yung mga Amerikano,
Ayaw din.
di ba mas mahalaga yun?
Mas mahalaga yun kasi ang papalit sa Sara
So, yun yung totoong leadership. Sabi ko, sino ba tinutukoy nila sa leadership?
Pag in-install mo si Sarah, sino in-install mo?
China.
Oh.
Yun.
So, that one,
Ganun yung mga tanong na alam mo yung sagot. Diba?
Hindi.
Parang leading question sa
Meron leading question.
dito papasa sa korte, guys.
Your Honor, I object.
Sabi nga nung isang bubit ko, mga PDP laban daw yung nag-i-instigate
Oh. Sino na ba natira sa PDP laban ngayon?
Si Kusi.
Oh, sino pa?
Si Lambino.
Oh.
Yun.
Di ba? Oh. Tingin mo ba?
Instigate how?
Tingin mo ba yung mga yon kaya mag-organize
Ay, hindi. Wala.
ng isang uprising?
Wala.
Oh, di ba?
Wala.
May kaso si Kusi.
Oo nga.
Oh, kakasuhan, baka makulong din yon.
Oo.
So, ang sinasabi natin, itong mga desperado na posibleng makulong, Joel Villanueva na head ng DIL, di ba? Si former Senator Chis Escudero, si Jinggoy, di ba? Nasama pa si Nancy Binay,
Oo.
di ba?
Si Bato.
Si
Bato.
Si Bato, tapos meron pa nakapila na second batch.
Oo.
Baka si Grace po, Secretary Bonoan, no?
Nako, yun.
Di ba?
Isang bilyon
Tapos
daw.
si Bongo. Kakasuhan sa Ombudsman at saka sa ICC.
Si Marcoleta.
Oh, kung lahat,
na ngayon.
di ba?
Ng COMELEC.
Kung lahat ng yan ay magsama-sama, coalition of the willing, plus. Kaya mong gulo niyan. Ang usapin, kaya ba nilang pabagsakin ng gobyerno?
Hindi.
Okay. Pero let's talk about that, no? Because after nga nung speech ni Amy, so, ang dami kasi, yun yung parang pinakauso ngayon sa social media na pinag-uusapan ng mga tao. Number one, naglabas agad ng statement si House Majority Leader, Presidential son Sandro Marcos. So, lumabas ulit lahat ng mga chismis and then nagsalita rin si Ante Claire, sabi niya, nilabas pa niya yung supposedly nagbigay ng kidney si BBM, but I looked online and that's apparently not even confirmed.
Well,
Confirmable.
Nobody ever
Exactly. But so parang, isn't it like, I guess, in simple terms, parang, is there desperation also in the palace? Or kalmado lang sila because they're
Hindi.
secure, because the Americans are, kumbaga,
Balita ako, may nag-come to blows pa
What?
Saan? Sa studio?
Palasyo no?
Sa palasyo?
Come to blows,
Alam ko, studio.
Na siyempre, kung ibibigay mo yung ganitong mga posisyon, no? Doon sa humihingi, siyempre merong kang pagtatanggalan.
Yeah, Alma.
Di ba? Siyempre, kung magtatanggal ka ng ganitong tao na napakahalaga, siyempre merong magagalit. So, chismis lang. Chisma.
Pero sino yung nag-come to blows? Kasi I can't believe it's BBM. Everyone keeps saying he's non-confrontational at bihira siya magalit. So,
Anong edad na lang?
rephrase, Ed. Okay.
Anong edad na
3,
lang?
4 syllables.
Anong gender?
Anong department?
Teka, nag-come to blows o munti ka
Munti ka.
ng dahil nagkainitan ng ulo? Okay ba yun? 2, 3.
3 syllables.
Pero alam ko, ano
Ano maglaro ng ganyan? Oh?
Si ano ba?
Pero alam ko, nung Sabado, nagtawag ng meeting si Pangulo, Dahil worried daw yung mga cabinet, baka makagulo.
Siyempre, with 1 million people on the streets, tapos mga rumors of pricing, withdrawal of support, talagang ninervyusin ka. Tayo lang naman hindi ninervyus Bakit kaya?
Hindi ko maalam. Kasi nandito ka.
Natulog nga lang ako.
Di ba? Oo.
Bali ang sabi mo kanina, sa umpisa, sabi mo kanina, the crisis continues.
Of course.
But,
Look at the economy.
That's a long-term crisis naman eh.
Hindi, present crisis yan dahil it will affect the political crisis. May dialectical relationship yan. No, yung weakening ng mga political institutions, long term yan, pero immediate din yan.
Yeah.
Yung mga pagkakabiyak-biyak.
But any immediate crisis will immediately impact those medium-term and long-term crisis.
Ang sinasabi lang naman, the crisis will remain, but will be the crisis create a disruption enough to bring down the government. Ang sinasabi namin ni Mogs, hindi. At this point. Diba? Because the subjective forces are not there or have shifted loyalties. Diba? Yun ang sinasabi na, until magkaroon ng pagbabago, it can change next year. Yung chain of command na sa ngayon, ang posisyon nila, we will hold the line. We'll defend the Constitution. We will not be partisan. Alam mo naman, nagbabago yan. Diba? So,
Wala naniwala sa ganun eh.
di ba? Yung sinasabi ng Iglesia ni Cristo, no to military junta, no to RevGov, no to extra constitutional change. That could also change. Depende sa currency. Depende sa political climate. So, yung sinasabi ko, these are major political actors. Ito yung tinatawag nating subjective forces.
At saka itong revelation ni
Yeah, I mean,
hindi ni Amy.
ni Bernardo.
Bernardo, na may alam si Adrian, tsaka si Olaybar. Gaano bang alam ng Pangulo? Pagka sumabit si Pangulo dyan, baliktara na yan.
Well, that's a good point because people are now saying, no, na parang, di ba, they wanted Ping out, then they wanted Ping back as Blue Ribbon Chair, but now they're saying that his narrative, a lot of people online are saying that his narrative is now to protect the president kasi nilalayo nila. Even si Toby Tiangco had to be doing that, right? To distance the president between...
Talaga? Surprising.
Di naman surprising, but, I mean, is it possible na ganun siya ka walang alam?
Hindi, pero yung yung kay Pangulo, nasa dangerous level eh.
Yun nga eh.
Ano sana, bukulan o...
Either way, it's troublesome. Kasi either you're too dumb na nabukulan ka sa iyong bakuran, or you're...
Sabihin na natin ganito, no? He survived. He survived.
For now.
He survived, no? Pero hindi pa siya safe. Hindi pa siya safe, no? Pero he survived. Kaya nga, for several months, meron kang, ang tawag dyan, breathing space.
Okay.
Diba? Pero,
You mean Christmas
pero hindi
is
lang.
coming up.
Yeah.
But last year, people didn't forget about the budget snafu, even after Christmas.
Yes. And he was greatly weakened. Diba?
That's
Then,
true. It started going downhill from
Yung
here.
rating niya, bagsak na eh.
You're greatly weakened. No? Pero, the line is holding. Catholic Church, anti-corruption, maglalagay ng white ribbon sa lahat ng simbahan, magkakaroon ng gathering sa Christ the King anniversary, sa 23, November 30 rally nationwide. No to extra constitutional means. So, ngayon, one of the few times na magkasama ng posisyon ng INC at saka Katoliko. Civil society, nandyan sila. Except for a few leftist groups na resign all ang posisyon.
Yung makabayan lang.
So, most of the civil society ay hindi ganun ang posisyon. So, yun ang nangyayari.
Yung makabayan pa, yung sumama na sa makabayan black.
Hindi, sa amin kasi, pursue the outrage of the people towards its logical conclusion, where the evidence will lead. But do it within this framework. Diba? Yun ang kaibahan. And create new leaders na i-contest itong mga magnanakaw na
Well,
ito.
that's the other problem. Where are these new leaders and who are creating them?
And when are you going to have them in place?
Present them.
Medyo
If at all.
If at all, because it's 2026 practically.
Tingin ko more at any other time, yung mga katulad nila Chel Jokno, Heidi Mendoza, Shelo Magno, si Laila De Lima, etc. has a
At si
chance
Ronald
to be
Llamas.
senators.
But
More than any other time,
But at the same time, si Sara Duterte also has a chance to be president.
Yes.
Yes.
Unless she is damaged. Binuksan na yung salin niya. Susunod dyan yung kanyang bank accounts.
88 million daw.
Lumabas na yung bank account ni Digong. Nandun si Sami Uy. No? An alleged drug lord. So dadami pa yan with the ombudsman. Tapos yung allies nila, kukulong. So marginalize yung kanilang political machinery. So marami pang pwedeng mangyari between now and 2028.
But nevertheless, it does not remove the fact that who will be the next possible winnable candidate. Because that's also one thing that people are looking for. Sabihin ng mga nagsasurvey, lumalaki yung mga undecided. Pero where will they go kung wala namang kandidato?
Look, si Miriam almost won. Sabi nga iba, nanalo. Less than a year lang siya, sumulpot noong 1992. Look at Pinoy. He was never in the running.
But he had like so much timing on his side, like his mom died, Cory Aquino died.
that was
It's kind of hard to replicate that kind of timing.
Yes, that was months before the election. It's not even a year before the election. No? Digong, sumulpot siya a year before the election. Diba? Walang partido, walang machinery, etc. So, those things can happen sa ating political system. No? This is not Europe. Sa Europe kasi, alam mo na no? Kung sino yung mga combatants. Sa atin, biglang may susulput
So dark horse na naman.
We have the dark horse
May trauma na ako from dark horse.
Hindi ko sinasabi mangyayari yan. Sinasabi ko, it happens. No?
Pero balikan ko yung the Bersamin issue. Actually, hindi lang Bersamin Ang dami mga palace people dun sa Bernardo revelation that are implicated. And sabi nga ni Mogs nasa bakuran mo na that does not reflect in any way well on you na either it's an incredible failure in managing your people, or you failed to cover your tracks. So either way, it doesn't.
Ang tanong ko lang, so?
Well,
Will he be impeached? Will he be brought down?
There you go.
Yan ba, di ba?
But I've been seeing
impeached or ousted.
Yun nga. Will that happen?
Will that happen?
With the military standing by you? With the Americans standing by you? With the church standing by you? Not yet.
Not yet.
Kung i-abandon ka niyan, doon, pwede ka mag-rebel. Hindi naman siya tatakbo na Di ba? One term lang No? At on the horizon, wala naman silang
kaya nga
kandidato.
parang ano siya, parang lame duck na siya.
Chill lang siya.
But by next year, 2026, less than a year later, people are already running for 2028.
Yes. Pero sinasabi mo kasi, will he be ousted or impeached? Well, kung hindi si Sara ang kanyang vice president, mas distinct possibility yun. Parang mas marami kasing political actors yung ayaw kay Sara. So this could be a long-drawn crisis hanggang 2028. Yun naman sinasabi ko. No? Na because of the alternative.
Speaking
on the other hand, you have so many political survivors in the lower chamber. Alam mo, people who are too practical to be to be honest. Para hindi maganda pangyayari.
Mga best-seeker.
Rephrase.
But what if they decide parang, eto sigurado tayong ito talaga malaking chance ito. Mananalo. Doon na tayo kumabit.
Yes, possible yun with our cynical politicians. Pero huwag mo kalimutan, humirap yung impeachment ngayon because of the Leonin decision. Ang dami ngayong requirements. Diba? Kahit sino pa yung ma-impeach, hindi ganun kadali.
So do you think...
Ikalawa, 2/3 ang kailangan mo sa Senate. No, hindi rin yung ganun kadali. No? Lalo na marami doon sa mga Duterte opposition pwedeng makulong or kunin ng ICC. So, that's yung sinasabi ko lang, yung possibilities ay hindi ganun kalaki.
So in the House right now, would you say Boji D is still, obviously he's speaker. Is he safe as speaker? Kasi ang pinaka...
Puno on the way up.
Because si Kong Ronnie Puno, the deputy speaker, seems to be taking more charge these days in terms of talking, communicating. He's appearing in more interviews. I don't know.
Mukhang yun ang trabaho niya Bago pa itong crisis na ito,
tama naman.
Siya yung attack dog. Ngayon, siya yung nagtutulak ng charter change.
Yes.
Konkon.
Yes.
Gusto mo ba ng konkon? Gusto mo ba ng charter change? Practically 2 years. Hindi ganun kadali,
Rhetorical ba yung tanong? Okay.
Isasabay sa 2028.
Pero mo, gagawa ka ng batas para sa konkon.
Kaya nga.
No, it will take time. Tapos pag nagkaroon ng batas, kakampanya ka for a con-con. Tapos magkakaroon ng eleksyon.
Kahalal ka ng delegates.
Tapos yung mga delegates gagawa ng bagong konstitusyon. It will take time. Tapos yung bagong konstitusyon, magkakampanya ka para mag-plebiscite.
Correct.
All of
meron
that
kasi
has to happen in 2 years.
Yeah, because some people are seeing this thing na parang, okay, like you said, pwede ngang ma-oust or ma-impeach si Marcos, but like you said, hindi siya ganun ka-likely. And if ever may mag-file ng impeachment complaint, parang baka daw mas okay or mas maigi na si Kong Ronnie yung House Speaker. Bukod pa sa fact na...
Mas bastonero siya kaysa kay
Boji.
Boji,
Yeah.
di ba?
I mean,
He's somebody who you expect to
Ang strength
put
at saka,
people in line.
ang strength at saka weakness ni Boji, hindi siya controversial.
Yeah.
No?
yes.
Ang strength at saka weakness ni Boji specifically, nag-propose siya ng anti-dynasty bill.
Yeah.
At marami sa mga congressmen ay
Dynasty.
dynasties.
Yes.
So, yun
Himself
naman,
included, which he said naman.
Yeah. So yung positive ay gusto ng tao yon ng civil society dahil with all this corruption, pwede mong i-blame our dynasties. But at the same time, the ones who are going to decide are dynasties.
dynasties.
No? The ones who are going to vote for possible next speaker will be the dynasties. No? So, kaya lumalabas yung pangalan ng mga anti-puno. Di ba? Pero ibabalanse mo yan eh. Dahil lahat halos buong sambayan na nakatingin ngayon eh. Di ba?
Correct.
Hindi sila silent. Itong silent majority mo are now very noisy.
At saka there's always been that argument na, di ba, nagpapasaboy ng pera to influence decisions of individual congressmen, including party-list congressmen. So, I'm just wondering, okay, if kahit na may pinalitan mo yung speaker like 5 times, di ba? He who has the money
Ano yan? PCOO?
holds the power.
5 times ang palit? PCOO? Kailangan ko nakakita ng gobyerno nagpalit ng communications head 5 times in 3 years.
Actually, nabit niya si Digong. Marami rin si Digong eh, di ba? Before naging si Harry Roque until the end.
Yan ang literal na the medium is a message.
Yan.
Teka muna, bakit tilanggap ni Pangulo yung resignation ni Bersamin tsaka ni Amina?
Eh, hindi
Hindi,
na resignation yung kay Bersamin. Pinaalis daw siya.
Nagreklamo nga si Bersamin.
Oo nga.
Pero mo, isang hindi opisyal ng gobyerno ang tumawag sa kanya. At
Well, that's what he said. He said hindi taga Malacanang. Pero does it mean
sabi,
hindi government
Hindi naman ikaw yung
official?
tumawag.
Hindi ako yun. No, hindi ako yun. No, hindi ko alam number niya.
Hugas-agad.
Baka ikaw alam mo. Ha?
Wala.
Baka si Mugs.
Baka si Mugs.
Oh, eto, ang daming sinusulat nito.
Oh, yung pinakatahimik doon, oh.
Nakaka-disrupt eh. No?
So if he's saying that, okay, it's not from the palace, it could be, ewan ko, di ko naman inisip na it's not a politician. Inisip ko lang it's not.
It could be a taipan.
It could be a Taipan. It could be
It could-
someone in the legislature.
It could be an ex-official.
It could be.
Working around
Who do you think it is? Sorry. Ilagay ko na naman siya sa pangalan.
Ayun, so sa
Ganun lang.
Pilipinas,
So, ganito lang. Rephrase. Kung sinabi na ni former ES Bersamin na somebody made him resign, can we kind of assume that's also what happened to Secretary Pangandaman?
yes. Una, lumabas ng mga pangalan nila Amantago sa testimony ni Bernardo. Diba? Especially yung Yusek Trigil na very close kay Secretary Pangandaman.
Correct.
No? Tapos lumabas na rin yung pangalan ng grandson ni Bersamin.
Grandnephew.
Grandnephew.
Yes.
Nandito na ako dahil parang maraming Bersamin.
Ang dami palang Bersamin.
Diba? Ganun. So, pero sinasabi ko lang, hindi ako makapaniwala na hindi alam ni Bersamin that this is coming. Dahil pinag-uusapan na to 2-3 weeks eh. No?
At saka siya yung little president.
Oo, pinag-uusapan na ito eh. No? Ako nga, alam ko yung pinag-uusapan eh. Ako, chismak lang eh. Chismoso lang ako. Kaya I'm sure alam niya ito. No? Ngayon, whether ang tingin niya ay mako-consummate or hindi is another thing. Pero for the past 3 weeks...
Akala niya safe siya.
For the past 3 weeks, pinag-uusapan ito. No?
Yeah, but so now what we have is
Mali
a
nga.
palace who apparently everybody in there doesn't know anything.
Mali nga
Which
yun.
I don't think is a
Or
good
so
thing.
they claim.
Or so they claim.
Or so
Yeah,
they
that's what
claim.
they're saying publicly, right? Wala akong alam.
Parang,
Lang-
mark me stupid so that I don't get jail.
But that's also not a good thing.
Mali lang yung timing. Dahil kung nangyari yung sacking ni Bersamin at ni Pangandaman before the Bernardo,
And,
Saldico, Aimee, INC rally, etc., baka iba yung management nung optics. No? Nung nangyari afterwards, parang ito yung dahilan kung bakit siya natanggal. Ikalawa, yung pagkakatanggal sa kanya. No? Dapat pag ganyan, presidente ako makakausap sa'yo.
So suffice it to say, I guess you're not happy with how the comms were handled. Is there even a way to properly handle the comms after itong chain of events that happened in this exact way that unfolded in this manner? I mean, how could... Yes? Balik pa ako sa kwento.
Nakatitig eh.
Oo nga eh. Is there any... ang gulo eh. Ang gulo eh, alam mo yun.
Kung nagpalit ka ng communications head 6 times, may problema ka talaga sa communication. Di ba? Sino ba in charge ngayon? Hindi mo nga alam kung sino in charge sa pag-strategize ng communication.
All I know is, pag nakita ko si PCO Sec Dave Gomez, sabi ko, oh no, medyo mas mabigat tong matter na to. If not, usually si Yusek Claire, yung umaharap. So alam ko na may parang...
Na nakipag-away kay Kwan.
Malu.
Malutikiya.
Correct.
Dito, no? Dito, at may umaawat. Dito.
Expert refereeing skills, by the way. And...
hindi kaya ang laki ng chance bumaliktad si Bersamin tsaka si Pangandaman given the way that they were taken out. I mean, sabi mo nga, sa ganung level, dapat ang Pangulong kakausap siya kasi he's your little president. He's the guy who signs on your behalf all the documents. Diba, hindi na kailangan yung Pangulo pumirma eh. Yung ES na pumipirma.
Sino ba ang
He's the caretaker of the Philippines.
Sino ba ang umaasa na babaliktad si Saldico?
There you go.
Di ba? Kung binago lang niya yung narrative niya na ni isang sentimo wala siyang kinita, baka mas compelling yung kanyang testimony. Diba?
Credible.
Diba? Kaya, diba, this can happen. This is the Philippines. This is our local version of House of Cards, Game of Thrones, no?
And it's kind of excitement-wise, medyo may laban siya sa GOP.
Baka matalo pa yung mga Netflix na miniseries kung gagawa ng miniseries.
Wala, di na ako nanonood ng Netflix. Ito na lang pinapanood ko
Not unless meron silang insurance.
Pero kahit may insurance ka, yung insurance ko niyan no? It can disappear overnight. Diba? Nothing is constant here. You have weak institutions, you have weaker loyalties, diba?
Is there a faction that we're not seeing here? Because if you take a bird's eye view, none of this is happening, obviously, in a vacuum, diba? And we don't, ano yung tawag mo dun sa yung mga players, may fancy term ka, substantive character.
Subjective forces.
Subjective forces. Okay, meron pa ba tayong isang subjective forces na perhaps di pa natin nakikilala, hindi pa na-introduce sa buong narrative na to?
Meron bang third pole?
Maraming polls
Ayun nga.
Maraming mga polls no? Albawa, tahimik yung kaibigan ni Mogs.
Sinong kaibigan mo? Kasi marami rin siyang kaibigan. I just read his book. He has a lot of friends.
Tahimik, di ba?
No,
Hindi tahimik yun.
Hindi siya tahimik.
Hindi, dito sa nangyayari ngayon.
Ngayon, okay.
Ito,
Last
itong
week nagsalita.
past 5 days, di ba?
Hindi.
Oo.
Hindi tahimik siya in public. Pero privately,
Ano sabi niya?
Ano sabi niya?
parang comment.
Yung isa pang tahimik, si National Security Advisor
Anyo.
Ed Anyo.
Oo.
Narinig mo ba siya nagsalita?
Alam mo, sobrang weird
Hindi,
nito.
di
Pero
ba?
kanina iniisip ko siya
But
right before coming.
These are powerful people. Di ba?
Yeah.
Ang nagsasalita, yung mga katulad namin ni Mogs na walang ka-power. Di ba? Powerless. Pero yung mga powerful people, tahimik.
And that implies...
Ano yung tanong mo lang na perhaps there are other polls dito na hindi pa lumalantad? Nasabi ko lang na there's a possibility doon sa tanong mo.
I mean, you can clearly see that there's a poll.
Bigyan
But
mo ng konteksto si Anyo. Si Anyo, holdover yan from Duterte's time Pero, where exactly is he in the scheme of things?
Anyo is an intelligence officer. Siya yung head ng ISAP ng panahon namin. Tapos naging national security siya.
Chief of Staff.
So he's not an amateur.
Pero
Diba?
pero
He knows his stuff.
pero si Ed loyal yan kay presidente.
PBBM.
you mean like ganun yung personality niya? Loyal to the chain of command, the constitution,
Very
the country?
professional. Oh.
Pero mag-resign na siya soon. Mag-retire na daw siya.
Wait, resign or retire?
Matagal na siyang gustong mag-retire. Kaya lang sinasabi ni presidente, Ed, wag mo muna akong iwan. Kailangan kita.
Nung yung panahon, naalala mo, yung courtesy resignation. Yung sa kanya, hindi courtesy resignation. Gusto na talaga niya mag-resign, di ba? Mogs? Oo. Pero
Yung irrevocable, yun.
the president prevailed on him.
Sabi, kailangan
Sabi, may ganun relasyon siya sa presidente.
huwag mo akong iwan.
Yun lang sinasabi ni Mogs.
Pero kung talagang hindi mo na kaya, okay. Hindi,
So,
hindi
kaya
na kaya because of his
Health.
Health.
Physical condition.
He does have health problems and he
Of
was
course,
pretty open.
Of course.
Bypass siya, ilang beses na COVID,
COVID,
yan,
oo.
na pneumonia, di ba? Mga ganun ba?
Okay, ganun si Anya. Sige po.
Sige po.
Yung marami sinasabi pero walang bulgar.
Ano yung sinasabi niya?
Hindi, ano yan? Loyal din yan kay Presidente.
Pero marami sinasabi.
Hindi, lahat naman loyal eh. Until.
Until. Until.
Magandang ano yun, caption. Lahat naman loyal eh.
Until.
Angie
Dot, dot,
Reyes.
Yun ang
Di
caption
ba?
natin.
Angie Reyas.
And
Si Villar. Di ba? Nag-impeach kay Erap. Di ba? Oo, di ba?
May pressure kasi kay Angie nun.
Kanya nga.
Oo.
Ang sinasabi ko lang, sa Pilipinas, loyalties are a dime a dozen.
So having said that, pabor ka
Including
ba sa
loyalty
Chacha? Charter change?
Masyado nga maiksi yung panahon. Usually, ginagawa yan nung unang taon. Unang taon.
They tried. So many different ways.
Pero walang tatay. Nung tinulak yung pirma, yung People's Initiative, wala nagkiklaim kung kanino nang galing. Ang talking head mo, sino ba yung ugok na yun? Yung
Si
dating...
Pedrosa.
Sa si Pirma.
Yung dating
Yung dating
pirma.
pirma, yung dating pirma.
Ikaw ba, maglulunsad ka ng ng charter change, tapos yun ang kukunin mong spokesperson?
Hindi.
Hindi, di ba? Oo.
Sino nagkamali nun? Joke
Yun.
lang. We don't have
Ibig
to answer
sabihin,
that.
kung kami ni Mogs ang nag-organize na, it would have been much better.
Ng
Ng pirma.
charter change o ng kudita?
Ng charter change.
Okay, linawin
Pareho.
natin.
Kaling-kaling na wala kami na.
Wala yun. Theoretical.
Theoretical. Theoretical exercise.
Di ba?
Of,
So-
subjective forces and the
So
Objective condition.
what do you expect to happen in the coming days?
Well, there will be more of the same. Si Saldi ko, hindi pa yan tapos.
Turuan, ganito, ganyan.
Saldi ko, hindi pa yan tapos. Maglalabas pa yan. Pero
Part
hindi
four,
yan
part-
uuwi.
Okay.
Dahil hindi naman siya kilala for being brave. No? Si Amy, mag-iingay pa rin yan. Diba? Iingay
What
pa
do you
rin
think
yan.
of her gamble? It was a big risk.
It
I
was
mean,
not
it's
a-
old news, pero
It was
the
not
fact that...
a gamble. Dati na sunog yung kanyang tulay eh.
Pero,
Diba?
I mean, feeling ko half lang yung nasunog, pero ngayon sinunog na talaga niya lahat ng alternate route. Alam mo yun, wala na talagang turning back.
Do you
Because of the
expect
statement.
anything more from that end in the IME so-called revelations? Do you expect that to move forward
dahil
or
wala siya eh.
in the water na siya?
Tayang pato na siya eh. Nasa kampo siya ng mga Duterte. Inaasahan nila yung Iglesia ni Cristo sasama sa kanila. Inaasahan nila yung military sasama sa kanila. Hindi sumama. So anong naiwan sa kanila? Yung isang platitong mani sa EDSA, no? So, yung bitterness, yung
UPI.
galit, no? Maximum yan. Pero yung wherewithal to create trouble ay na lumiit. No? So, yung galit mo lumaki, pero yung iyong capacity to launch a disruptive withdrawal of support, uprising, etc. ay lumiit.
So at least yung angulong yun, yung kay IME with the drug thing, hindi na yan lalaki.
Dati na yan eh. Sinabi na ni
Rehas
yan
eh.
before eh.
Rehas.
Sinabi yan ni Harry Roque, di ba yung video?
Polvoron.
yung
Fell
sumisigap,
Polvoron
yung
thing.
pulburon.
Hindi ko sinasabi kung totoo o hindi. Sinasabi ko lang, it already fell flat. Hindi siya bago. No? Ang bago, yung kapatid na nagsabi. Di ba? So yun ang
Pero,
bago. Ibig sabihin, na-condition na rin yung mga tao na, uy, ganyan
In a way, parang normalize.
parang,
Na-normalize.
di ba?
Which is not exactly a good thing.
It's not a good thing. It's like, have we accepted the fact that this is...
I fully agree. Ano bang good thing na nakikita nyo? Di ba?
Well, hindi pa tunaw yung yelo.
Well, yan sila. It's good.
Pero ba kayo nakikita ang good thing?
Na-call off yung
Oo.
day
Ang
3.
ang tanong lang, will these bad things, no?
Escalate.
Change the landscape, no? will these bad things bring down the government? Yun naman ang tanong eh. Sinasabi lang namin ni Mogs, for now, hindi.
Safe. Oo. Pero yung effort to disrupt, to destabilize, will continue.
But what moves are there? Parang hindi pa ba nasubukan lahat? May mga...
Yun, pag-uusapan natin, impeachment. Diba? Pero ang hirap ang impeach ngayon with the Supreme Court decision sa impeachment.
Hindi,
Nabago
tsaka,
yung pan eh.
Pero nga,
tsaka walang numbers eh.
Oo, tapos yung
Walang
numbers.
But I was also wondering about that kasi anong mas malaking chance ngayon mangyari next year? Ma-impeach si Sara o ma-impeach si BBM?
Mahirap na yung impeachment ngayon eh.
Tingin ko,
Mahirap na eh.
allergic na yung mga tao sa attempts.
Tingin ko the ombudsman will now play a crucial fulcrum role.
You're talking about releasing
Yeah.
bank records.
And filing cases. Paano? Hindi na plunder yung hinahanap eh. Malversation, which is lower. Pero at the same time, non-bailable.
Unavailable.
That's doable. Diba? That's doable.
And all out talaga si Ombudsman Boy
Tsaka
ngayon.
yung ni Sara, 88 million daw. Eh yung bank account niya, baka sobra 88 million.
Correct.
Oo.
Bubuksan ngayon yun. I'm sure of that.
Pero magandang ginawa ni BBM na he hired an independent appraiser.
Yung Cuervo, yung parang tequila
Oo.
maker.
Tequila maker.
Doon ako nag-internship. It's a legit company in
Cuervo
Ortigas. I literally had my internship in Cuervo Appraisers.
But Bok, ang laki ng kaibahan kasi between
Is that
the
because
Cuervo
Exactly. Because
appraisal
honestly,
and yung
if you look at...
Salen.
Yes, because
Basta
so their
1 billion
job...
pesos.
Yes. Kasi yung, nakita mo ba yung mga salin? You fill in these blanks and like, it's honestly, siguro it's a good jump-off point. But,
Meron bang naniwala na ang pinakamahirap sa Senate as si Senate President Jesus Christ?
hindi ba, bukod pa doon, kahit yung mga believable people or yung mga favorite senators na untainted, pinagtatawanan ko rin yung salin nila eh. What property? You have a property in Metro Manila. That's only worth that much? It's hard to believe.
Kasi market
Hard
value
to
yun.
believe.
Market value.
Oh, market value or assessed value.
Market
Fair
value.
market value. Diyan binibase yung amilyar. Pero hindi, that's not the, the actual
Yung assessed value, yung basihan ng Amilar, di ba? Pero yung, meron kasing column doon na fair
market
current
value.
fair market value.
Yun yung
which
dapat
should
yung
be-
naririnig mo, di ba? O
It should
binibenta
be
yung bahay sa
yung
Forbes,
binibentahan.
billion. Oo.
Pero nga isang senador,
But that's not what they put.
pero nga isang senador nakatila sa Forbes, nakalagay 70 million yung kanyang assets. Nakita ko yung bahay niya. That's worth more than 1 billion.
Baka nakikitira lang siya. Or yung hindi nakapangalan sa kanya yung bahay.
Simple. Yung laman lang ng bahay eh. No? Yung
That's why
mga-
everyone wants to pierce the corporate veil.
Diba?
Because
Yung sinasabi ni Shelo Magno, yung beneficial,
in
Ownership.
ownership,
di ba? Yun.
beneficial interest in
Di ba? Pero madali i-triangulate yan eh. LRA, LTO, AMLA, BIR, no?
But at the end of the day, they are the rules, di
kung
ba? That's the
yung
law.
ano,
So,
Kung kami ni Mogs na sa gobyerno,
papalitan niyo yung
next
batas.
week, na-triangulate na yan.
Tsaka may yung credit card, expenses.
Oo.
Pwedeng tignan doon. Oo.
Kung naliligo ka sa mga maleta-maleta ng cash, gagastos ka pa ba ng credit card, sir?
Hindi, kahit pa paano may makikita.
Oh, may
Ang
mga...
sinasabi natin, it's not a total truth.
That's true.
Pero, meron kang hindi matatago. Halimbawa, yung mga sanay sa impunity, tingin untouchable sila, tumatanggap ng pera galing sa sources. Lalabas siya sa bank account mo. Kahit nakatago sa Cayman Islands o sa Panama, most of your bank accounts, real bank accounts, kahit pa paano may lalabas. Diba? Kaya,
Do you think anyone ever checked yung mga lumabas sa Panama Papers before? Marami nang nadawit doon eh. Pero
yes,
parang,
ako nabasa ko yun eh, hindi bro eh. No?
oh, yun nga eh, di
Kung
ba?
sino, may mga taipans tayo nakasama ron.
Taipads and government officials as well.
Si Amy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Si Amy was there. Nakalista siya.
Ayoko mag-name drop. Kasi
So,
patay na siya.
so
Pero
yun, no?
Hindi naman pwedeng siya patuwan ka lang na nasa bahay yung pera mo.
Oo. Na nawala nung na-raid.
Oo, nawala.
magic. Baka nandun pa, naka-bury.
Oo.
Hindi, nawala eh.
Nawala talaga.
Oo.
Nawala.
Nawala.
Nagastos na yun. Somebody did not use their credit card for months.
Sana all. Tapos, paano marireport ng Ampatuan na ninakawan siya ng hundreds of millions or even billions? Hindi naman reported yon, diba? O, paano siya magreklamo? Uy, may ganito na akong pera, kinuha ng mga nag-raid.
Oo. Wala.
Wala. Diba?
At saka yung mga nag-grade, alam nila yun. Kaya
Pero ang
nila
tanong ko
kinuha.
lang sa iyo, Sean, nung nasa Cuervo ka, Matagay ka ba?
I never drank. Hindi.
Sumasyap.
Ng ano. ng ano.
Fundamental
No,
yung
and
tanong
even
eh.
yung ano, even yung boss ko dun sa Cuervo, and the founder, pumanaw na rin siya. Kasi he was sick. But, wala, they're very religious. Mga Spanish, yung mga Spanyol pa na mga Pinoy.
Tulad
Sila yung mga
Pero
Cuervo.
so mas reliable yung 1.3 billion versus yung 300 million na salen.
Yes, which is why I think he released it to begin with. Because
Where-
that's a
but
third-party
where-
asset valuator.
Where did they get the money for that? All the assets for that?
Oh, well, I cannot answer that. I mean, all the company does is appraise assets, right? So they have a team of engineers. They have different kinds of engineers there. And malaki yung staff, but they're always in the field. So I was doing my internship, my hours in the office.
Kasi even mga negosyante na malaki ang negosyo, umaandar taon-taon at humahakot ng pera, hindi ganun kadaling makakuha ng 1.3 billion in assets. And of course, Bongbong Marcos comes from a
Isa
political
Marcos.
family. I'm not even there yet. From a family that has been only exclusively in politics.
How much was cash from the 1.3 billion? How much was cash
I didn't
in
get to
that?
see that eh.
That's why I haven't also gotten to see. I only heard na he released his SAL and the government one and the third party one.
May
So the
mga,
third party
may mga art pieces eh.
pieces, baka
but
properties.
even then, kasi nga, okay, I'll go back. I know, this
Bakit si
this goes
Tulfo,
back to Sal-N, di ba?
billion din.
In 1965, Mr. and Mrs. Ferdinand Marcos, their asset declaration that they filed amounted to 180,000 pesos. Just before, just after they got elected, 180,000 pesos asset declaration. And all throughout those 21 years he was in office, yun ang trabaho niya.
But it is a fair value of your, ayun nga, those questions, no, hindi mo matatanong yung appraiser. The appraiser just appraises value, usually of things. Obviously, they won't really appraise money because money is money and you already have the value,
Yeah.
diba? So usually, yun nga, alahas,
Property.
artwork,
Artwork,
things like
stocks.
I remember
Yes,
mga
assets.
20
Kung ipapa-assess
13.
ko yung assessed value ni Ed Lingao, magkano ba yan?
Pwede ka pumunta. Alam ko yung office nila. I think they're still in the Tiga Center.
Interesado ka ron, di ba?
Oo.
Assessed value, di ba?
So yung
Walang pre-nop yan.
Oo. Das Marinas
Yung
Village eh.
official ng gobyerno eh. For example, I remember in 2013 or 2012, Imelda Marcos was the second richest congressperson
Yeah.
with 1 billion in assets.
Already,
Declared. Declared yun ang declared.
She does have a lot of jewelry and I've seen her artwork dun sa mga
But
documentaries.
where do they come from nga? How are you able to afford those?
That's
With
the question.
180,000.
That's the 100
Starting
billion
assets.
peso question.
And yun nga, the Supreme Court computed and was very generous in the computation. They should have only earned, 18 million in the 21 years they were in office.
That's based on their salary.
They're not allowed to have any other...
Hindi, ito sa government salary. Oh. Kaya lang, ang dami lang kinamkam eh.
Even if you took a gift of like a diamond necklace, that could easily be like 5 million pesos.
If you accept a gift.
I accept the gift, yeah. And now it's my gift. You give me a necklace or a ring or something.
Pero bawal yan.
Bawal yun sa...
Ayun, bawal yun.
anti-graft law eh.
Yun yung
19
problema.
of
But
1960.
in terms of how you can, increase your asset value, that's one way of doing it. Kung
Alam
di
mo-
ka nahuli for it,
Alam mo kami ni Mogs, we wouldn't know. Wala kami mga kwan.
kakasabi ko lang nag-internship nga ako sa appraisal company.
Hindi, kami nga hindi
I
namin
spent
alam.
800 hours
No,
there.
Ang maasama sa amin, blank faces. Pero kasama yan dito sa problema eh.
Nagtataka nga ako
Pero kang senador na nagbigay ng $1 million na Paraiba ring, na 18 million lang ang kanyang
assets. Oh.
Diba?
Parang hindi ka panipaniwala, no? Parang si Salty ko.
Yeah, the thing is, diba, if you listen to Attorney Rondain, what he explains, I mean, he plays within the bounds of the law as it stands right now, diba? So, if we want real change, I guess the answer is we gotta change a lot of things in the law, but who's gonna change it and then
For example, just a simple
Trabaho ng
thing.
mga abogado yun eh. Doon sila kumikita, di ba?
Show cause order yung COMELEC versus si Senator Dante Marcoleta.
Oo.
Show cause order.
Sa SOSE.
Oo, sa SOSE niya. Kasi ang kanyang salin was 50-something million.
Two.
Oo, ang SOSE
Contribution niya, 120.
100 plus.
expenses
Yung
niya.
expenses.
Yun nga, oh.
Expenses
Oo.
niya, 112 million.
Walang-
zero contribution.
Na ang report niya sa kanya lang galing.
Oo, zero contributions.
Oo.
So, ibig sabihin, siya lang ang gumasos. And he acknowledges in an interview sa Net25.
Publicly.
Oo. Na hindi mga contribution yan, pero ayaw nila magpalista.
Yari.
But that's not allowed, di ba?
Kaya nga.
Now,
Violation.
that's the problem.
Kaya nga,
Violation code.
law.
Yeah.
Kaya nga, katulad nga ng sabi niya kay Jinggoy, hindi ka pa safe.
Oo.
Ganon din siya ngayon.
Yun nga.
Hindi siya safe.
Hindi siya safe.
So I guess kailangan natin, yun yung kailangan natin sagutin, di ba? Bakit parang
Saka-
minsan mapapansin mo, nakakalusot. Kung walang nakapansin, nakalusot na.
Kaso nahuhuli sa sariling
Parang
bibig.
kay Alan Peter kahit noong 2016, nadaman kay Alan Peter.
Oo.
Ha? Nag-contribute, he was one of the
Kay,
biggest
Digong.
contributors to Digong's campaign. 71 million in campaign ads, worth of campaign ads for Digong's campaign. His salin for that year was 23 million.
But, have to check all the corporations he's part of.
Ganun
and
din ang
what are the
paliwanag
assets
niya.
of those corporations.
Marami nagbigay sa kanya para mag-contribute kay Digong.
Hindi lang siya
Pinadaan siya. Pinadaan. Ronald, paabot naman
siya,
parang
holding
gano'n.
company.
Oh, that's clearly a violation.
Oh, violation yun. No.
Oo.
Kasi dapat nire-report mo yun.
Oh, pero hindi siya nakasuhan.
Eh, sino ba
Dahil
kasi sa
ang
kanya
nanalo
2016?
kasi, ang nanalo si Digong, yung binigyan niya. Diba? Oh. So, yes, you have to change the laws, but you have to change the people implementing
Who implement
those
the laws.
laws.
Or enforcing
Kasi
it.
you have so many good
Enforcing
laws
the
already as
laws.
it
You have
is.
a lot
Actually,
of laws, no?
Enforcement's always been our
Anti-corruption, no?
Paano nga?
Parang we're
Lifestyle checks.
We're such a litigious country already na nga as it is.
Oh. Sabi nga nung kakilala kong foreigner, sabi niya, yung mga batas namin, kakaunti lang eh. Yung mga no? Yung nakasulat. Eh kayo, ang daming nakasulat. No? Ang dami na nakasulat ng batas.
Gawa pa ng gawa.
Wala
Hindi
namang
Wala namang tumutupad.
Wala namang nag-i-implement ng maayos. Diba?
And that is our forever problem.
Yeah.
Oh, Mog, sawak mo na. Oh. Ay, teka.
Oy, hawakan mo,
I-display
para
natin-
pantakip
ipakita
naman,
natin
pantakip.
yung,
Baba mo pa.
yung
Lower, Lower Mo.
yan.
Para
Pakita
matakpan
natin
mo.
yung jacket ni Mog.
That's perfect.
Ayan. Konti ng konti.
Yan.
Pakita mo yung... Ayan.
Diba?
Pakita yung pit.
Oo.
Pakita mo yung right pa.
Meron ba
Pwede ko
akong,
ba i-share yung trivia bago tayo umalis?
meron ba akong
Yung
jacket na
flag.
ganyan?
Meron ka jacket
Meron!
yan. Bigyan ko na yun.
Meron. Tinatanong ko kay Gretchen. Sabi ko, Gretchen, meron akong stupid question sa'yo. Sabi niya, sabi ko, bakit baliktad yung flag? So, ang ganda ng explanation niya sa akin kung bakit baliktad.
Hindi ba yung kanyang flag?
Pag titignan mo siya sa flag ceremony, hindi siya ganyang orientation.
Eh kasi, nasa flagpole yun. Sa lahat ng uniforme ngayon, ang flags are
Nasaan ba yung flag?
facing that way.
Yan, tignan mo.
Kasi
di ba?
if
It's
you're
in
marching,
action
if
daw.
you're marching, it's like the flag is waving.
Oo, pero pag, Ed, pag binaliktad mo yan, yung red na nasa taas.
Yeah.
Paano,
Yeah.
ang palaman
No,
kasi
but the explanation-
nasa kaliwa yung araw eh. Di ba? Pag nasa kaliwa yung araw, yung red na nasa taas.
It's
Where,
depicted
ano-
in action. So,
Pero
the
ano
flag
paliwanag?
is depicted.
Anong paliwanag?
Yun na nga, yung paliwanag din, Bok. Yung flag is depicted na gumagalaw siya. It's in action. It's moving forward. That's why ganun yung pagka-blow niya in the wind.
It's
Can you make it sound nicer?
Ginagaya natin yung sistema sa US military. They also reverse their flags that way to make it look like kasi they didn't like the idea that it looks like the soldiers are retreating because the flag is waving that way.
Yeah. It's
So sila unang
implying
nag-adapt
forward
nun,
movement.
and everybody else followed suit.
So, not only our politics, but even our flag is about
Ronald's
optics.
brain is about to explode, so I think
It's
we have
about
to
optics.
end this show right now.
Goodbye, Pilipinas tayo. Kasi iba ibig sabihin pag nasa taas yung pula ha.
Guerrero.
No, it's not even about that. It's baliktad pag gano'n. And then sabi ni Gretchen sa akin, alam mo, Sean, ikaw lang nagtanong na. Sabi ko, tagal ko na kasi nakikita sa mga sundalo, pero hindi ko sila matanong dahil hindi ko sila kilala. Sabihin ko, kuya, baliktad yung flag mo.
Saka probably OC ka eh.
Actually, hindi super.
Hindi super, pero medyo.
Hindi ako usi ito.
Okay.
But,
We adapted the US method.
So, wrap up na ba tayo? O may tanong ba?
we're done!
Alam ko, tanong ka pa ulit.
Ayaw ko na pala sasabihin.